Ladies and gents, my name is Peridiam, and there have been a lot of bad players throughout the history of Big Brother. Not everyone can be the Dans or Dr. Wills or Jose's of the world, dominating the game like never before. Just like you need a shadow to have light, you also need a bottom to have a top. You know how when you do pretty bad at something, you tell yourself, I may not be the best, but at least I'm not the worst. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think we've just found the worst. No, I take that back. We found the worst. When the question of worst players comes up, a lot of common names get thrown around. Lawan, Willie, Joey, the Messiah. But I posit to you a player worse than all of those. A player you most definitely didn't even remember was on Big Brother. A name so forgettable, when I went to a top 10 rankings website for worst BB players, the only word to describe this person was just that. The worst player in Big Brother history is none other than Jacob Heald from the infamous Big Brother 9. Wait, who?
I'm Jacob, and only the righteous will prevail.
Jacob was the first person evicted from Big Brother 9 and only lasted 3, count them, 1, 2, 3 days in the game. And really, even if you include the day one boots like Jody or Cameron, I would still say Jacob played infinitely worse than either of them. But to back up my claim that this guy is the worst Big Brother player ever, I'm going to take you back to the start of BB9 and basically cover 15 minutes of how this guy screwed up so bad, so quickly. It only features clips from part of episode 1 and part of episode 2. And yes, I know some of you don't want to be reminded that BB9 is a season, but too bad. We can't rewrite history. This isn't actually Orwell's Big Brother, so we may as well learn from it. So without further ado, here's Jacob Heald from Big Brother 9. Take it away, Jacob.
Okay, I'm Jacob. I'm from Atlanta. I'm 23.
Are you single?
Am I single?
Yeah.
Of course.
Jacob entered the BB9 house in perhaps the weirdest place of the entire cast. Big Brother production has a thing for throwing in bad relationships that end in train wrecks, and in the case of Jacob, he was the next captivating ex-lover thrown our way. Jacob was put into the house alongside his longtime ex-girlfriend Sharon. The problem was that neither of them knew the other was going to be on the season.
I was obviously very shocked when I found out my ex-boyfriend of 1,000 million years was on this show.
Did you really not want it to happen?
No.
Why?
Why? It's still very, very hard. It's very difficult. He cheated. When you're gonna choose some little chickie over me that you don't even know, Like, I think he knew her 2 months, tops. Just talking about it makes me just want to punch him right now. Oh.
At this point, you might actually start to understand how Jacob could be set up to fail, and you might feel sorry for him from a game perspective. I mean, getting thrust into a situation such as Big Brother with a 12-year ex, that doesn't exactly sound conducive to playing a good game. But then you realize Jacob was actually happy to have his ex-girlfriend in the house and viewed this strange dynamic as a good thing. Jacob thinks this could be a new start for him and Sharon to rekindle their old love that absolutely doesn't exist anymore because, yeah, he cheated on her. She really doesn't like him anymore. I get why. So why is he the worst? Well, another twist in the season is that every player happens to be paired with another player to form a duo. So with 16 house guests, there are now 8 duos playing as one. And of course, Jacob is paired with Sharon because the producers are sadists. The first HOH competition happens, but there is a one-off change to the rules just for the premiere. Whichever duo wins this HOH gets to evict another duo 24 hours later. 1 vote cast, that's it. It's pretty powerful, so first impressions are going to go a long way.
We just have to work together. We have got to pull this through, and we just have to get this done because it's going to be a long 3 months if we don't. Huh?
I'll put it on.
I didn't want to fight with her about it, so I was just like, okay, let's do it.
Hell yeah!
Jacob doesn't win this HOH, but instead a duo named Jen and Parker do. The strategy is pretty straightforward. Suck up to Jen and Parker, or at least don't get on their bad side for the next 24 hours. And that's literally all you have to do. That's it. To make this concept even easier, there was already a duo in the house named Sheila and Adam who were hating on each other really hard. They had a ton of drama swirling around them, and given it was just day 2 at this point, they were both setting themselves up to be the first duo evicted.
Where did someone get that this was my soulmate when I said tall, dark, and handsome? Oh my God!
Relax over there, Mom.
Mom, don't call me Mom.
You're gonna hear it now. Your attitude, but I don't like
okay,
it.
I know you don't like my attitude.
Okay, so stop.
No, I'm gonna be really honest. Don't call me Mom.
Okay.
That is like such a turn off.
It was a no-brainer who Jen and Parker were going to take out. That is until Jacob started playing the game. Easily the dumbest 24 hours a player has ever had is about to unfold before you. So strap in, or don't. It doesn't really matter because it's going to end up in a train wreck no matter what. So we've got the HOH out of the way. It's night 2 and Jacob is outside playing pool with his buddies, Adam and Ryan, having a drink, having a laugh. And then he starts ragging on Parker, the current co-HOH. He says that he's been hearing people call Parker a snake. What's interesting to note about this is that Ryan is actually in a secret relationship with Jen, the other co-HOH with Parker.
Ryan and I are a couple outside of the house. He's my baby. He's everything to me. Oh, and when I have to distance myself from him, and Ryan knows I'm here. This is a game. Just kiss me real quick.
This is a secret twist that nobody, not even the mastermind Jacob, knows about. So when Jacob tells Ryan that Parker is getting shit on, it's easy to assume that Ryan is gonna go tell Jen, because Ryan is dating Jen, and Jen is partnered with Parker. And I don't fault Jacob for not knowing this. Nobody did, and it's not something one can just assume out of thin air. The real problem, however, is when Jen walks out soon after and joins Jacob and the guys in the backyard playing pool. And then, for some reason, Jacob tells her that people think Parker is a snake. Okay, Jacob, you're playing with fire, buddy. Put the matches down, bro. Put the flint down, bro. You can't lie. You're a garbage liar. Your logic is bad. You have no logic. You gotta assume, right, if you're Jacob, that by telling Jen there's some beef with her partner, she's gonna go tell her partner what's up. I mean, this information directly impacts her game. And this is something Jacob does know. He knows Jen is co-HOH, that she's partnered with Parker. So what the hell, Jacob? What the hell?
Jacob was like, people are talking about Parker, him being a snake, and that makes me a target now. If someone thinks my partner's a snake.
Everybody's just saying he's a snake. I just want to let you know what's going
Oh
on.
man.
Jacob telling all this to Jen, I don't know why Jacob wouldn't have suspected that Jen wouldn't go tell her partner. It was a total bonehead move.
That's why.
Contact.
Oh, wait.
What a faker.
No, she's going to the bathroom, dude.
Jen, of course, tells Parker what's up, and then Parker goes and confronts Jacob. Dude, I heard people think I'm a snake. Who told you that? Jacob, of course, he's not gonna name names because there's nobody to name but himself, and instead he tells Parker to figure it out himself. Parker suggests having a house meeting, which if you know anything about Big Brother, you know those never end well.
I tell you what's cold as hell. Korea is cold as.
I'll tell you what's cold. The fact that you didn't think that my partner was going to come back and tell me that you think people think I'm a snake.
It's like the middle of the night, the house congregates, and Parker says, hey, Jacob is saying that people are calling me a snake. Everyone in the house is confused, so they all ask Jacob to just admit who's saying this. Jacob does the sound and reasonable thing by taking the higher road and throwing it all back in the house's face by asking them, why does he have to ruin other people's games when he's just the messenger? That is a bold move, Cotton. Let's see how it works out.
Nothing against you, but if you're gonna throw something on the table, you better back it up.
If you guys want to think I'm the one that said
What
it,
about
then
your
I'm the one
partner
that
that's
said
in this with you? You do not care about...
You don't care.
I mean...
You don't care about her.
it. You guys could look at me. I overheard somebody say Parker. That's not my business.
Out of here.
I did the right thing, and now everybody's looking at me like.
Yeah, nobody buys the bullshit he's selling, and at this point, a literal dumpster on fire has a better chance of not getting evicted than he does. Mind you, all of this is just night 2. We're not even 48 hours into the game yet. So day 3 comes around and Sharon, Jacob's partner, is scrambling. She's trying to cover for Jacob, who just can't find his way out of a paper bag, and she throws out more lies to Parker to somehow paint the target on other people. She actually says Ryan called Parker a snake, but that doesn't work out well given Ryan is Jen's boyfriend, and yeah, like I said, I don't blame Sharon for not knowing about this secret relationship. Anyway, Jacob does nothing to help himself and is then swiftly evicted day 3 alongside Sharon, a poor, hapless victim who, in my opinion, made the best preseason move by dumping this guy ahead of going into the game, only to have it thrown back in her face. Thankfully, she got a second chance.
Let's see. Jacob, who was basically hated in the house, or Sharon, his partner. It was kind of a no-brainer. I went with Sharon.
To sum it up, all Jacob had to do was not do anything that he did over the course of those 24 hours. Like, he literally could have just fallen into a coma in his bed, and that would have been better gameplay. If you go into Big Brother and there's an HOH on the first day who has the ability to instantly evict you, you don't go around talking shit about him before he cast his vote. Jacob tried to sow seeds of chaos on day 2, but instead of taking a shovel to plant the seeds, he took a shotgun and he faced it the wrong way. Unlike other previous first boots or bad players, this guy had the easiest situation get around, and instead he got in the middle of harm's way. I don't even really think there's a lesson to be learned here. The lack of common sense is just astounding and is reason enough for me to proclaim him as the worst player in Big Brother history. And with this video winding down, he will never be remembered again.
You want to stir stuff up. That's something that, you know, brings enjoyment to this house, and that's what I like to do. I definitely like to turn the chicken up.
I don't trust him. He's in here for the money and that's it. Backstabber. Wait till I get HOH. His ass is out. Peace out. Peace.
Yeah.
And that's my pitch for the worst player in the history of Big Brother. I still don't really know who this guy is, but I feel pretty comfortable with where I stand on his gameplay. So what do you guys think about this day 3 disaster? Is there a player you would say is somehow worse than this, or do you agree with me? No matter how many seeds of chaos you sow, in the end, my name is Peridiam saying thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little blast from the unfortunate past. Don't forget to kiss the HOH's ass on the way out, and I will see you in the next video once I get onto Twitter and call Parker a sneaky snake.
Fortunately, we're gonna have to evict Jacobs and sorry, baby Sharon.
I'm so sorry, Sharon.
We love you.
It was just going to be easy, like for Sheila and Adam, that was the easy target, but if Jacob had not said what he had said, why did she have to be with him? Why? Why couldn't she have been with somebody else? Probably should have been with him.